You know, some stories feel like they're straight out of a movie. This is one of them. It's about a fighter who wasn't even supposed to be there that night. Picture this: a local fight night, the air thick with anticipation. Our guy, let's call him Alex, is just part of the crowd. He's wearing jeans, a simple hoodie, and has no gloves, no hand wraps, nothing. He's just there to watch, a spectator who knows the world inside those ropes all too well, but has been on the outside looking in for months. He'd stepped away from the ring, leaving the sweat, the sacrifice, and the roar of the crowd behind him. Or so he thought. The night is humming along, and then disaster strikes. The main event is in jeopardy. The headliner's opponent, for reasons we'll never know, pulls out at the very last minute. Panic starts to ripple through the backstage area. The promoter, a man whose entire night and investment are on the line, is visibly desperate. You can see the color draining from his face as he scans the room, his eyes pleading. "I need someone," he says, his voice strained. "We need a fighter. Right now. Anyone." His gaze sweeps past trainers, past cornermen, and then it lands on Alex, standing quietly in the corner. The promoter recognizes him. He knows Alex has fought before, knows he has skill, but he also knows Alex has been inactive, out of the game for what feels like an eternity in fight years. Approaching him is a long shot, a desperate Hail Mary. "Hey," the promoter starts. "I know it's crazy, but we're in a bind. The main event slot, it's open." Alex looks at him, then at the buzzing arena just beyond the curtain. He can hear the murmur of the crowd, feel the familiar vibration of the bass-heavy music. He hasn't trained, hasn't prepared. There's no game plan, no strategy session with a coach, no warm-up routine. There's just the raw, unfiltered question hanging in the air. For a moment, there's just silence between them. Alex thinks about the months away, the reasons he stopped. Was it burnout, an injury, or just life getting in the way? Whatever it was, the fire had dwindled to an ember. But in that moment, with the promoter's desperate eyes on him, a flicker of that old flame ignited. This wasn't about a comeback. It wasn't about glory or a title shot. It was about something more primal, the instinct of a fighter. He gives a slow, deliberate nod. "Give me the gloves," he says, his voice steady. And just like that, the unlikeliest of main events is on. 2 hours later, Alex is walking towards the ring. The borrowed shorts feel strange, the gloves stiff on his untaped hands. The bright lights feel hotter and more intense than he remembers, almost blinding. He's completely unprepared, entirely untested in his current state, and massively underestimated by everyone, including probably himself. Across the ring stands his opponent, a fighter who's gone through a full training camp, who is peaked, primed, and ready for war. He looks at Alex with a mix of confusion and confidence, seeing not a worthy adversary, but a last-minute replacement, an easy paycheck. The bell rings. The first round is pure chaos. It's exactly what you'd expect. Alex is rusty. His timing is off. His footwork is sloppy. He's eating shots, heavy ones that snap his head back and send shockwaves through his body. The crowd, initially just confused, starts to get restless. A few laughs ripple through the arena as he stumbles back from a particularly solid punch. He's a step behind, a sitting duck. His opponent is relentless, smelling blood in the water and looking for a quick, spectacular finish. For Alex, it's a whirlwind of pain, noise, and disorientation. He's just trying to survive. The bell to end the round is a sweet, sweet mercy. As he walks back to his corner, there's no coach to give him advice, no one to wipe the sweat and blood from his face. There's just a stool, a water bottle, and the ringing in his ears. But somewhere in that chaos, somewhere between the pain of the punches and the sound of the crowd's derision, something fundamental shifts inside him. It's like a rusty engine finally catching. The instincts buried under months of inactivity roar back to life. He starts to breathe. He starts to see the punches coming. The noise of the crowd fades into a dull hum. He's no longer thinking. He's just moving. The muscle memory is taking over. The bell for the second round rings, and a different fighter walks out. It's subtle at first. A slight dip of the shoulder, a quicker pivot of the foot. He starts to find his rhythm. Jab move. He's not throwing with power, just enough to disrupt his opponent's relentless attack. He creates space, controls the distance. Counter. He slips a wild haymaker and lands a crisp right hand of his own. It's not a knockout blow, but it gets his opponent's attention. The crowd notices the shift. The laughter stops. Now they're watching. They lean forward in their seats, sensing that something unexpected is happening. The last-minute substitute isn't just surviving anymore. He's fighting back. By the third round, the fight has completely changed. Alex is flowing. He's a ghost in the ring, there one moment and gone the next. The frustration on his opponent's face is plain to see. The punches that were landing clean in the first round are now hitting nothing but air. Alex is putting on a clinic fueled by pure, unadulterated instinct. Jab, jab, move. He's picking his shots, conserving his energy, fighting smart. The crowd, which had laughed at him just minutes before, is now cheering his name. They're witnessing something special. A raw display of heart and talent, stripped of all the usual preparations and strategies. Then comes the fourth round. Alex sees an opening. His opponent, growing desperate and reckless, throws a wide, looping hook. Alex ducks under it, pivots, and drives a perfectly placed hook into his opponent's liver. It's a clean body shot, one of those punches that doesn't look devastating, but shuts the entire system down. For a split second, there's absolute silence in the arena as his opponent freezes, a look of pure agony on his face. Then, he folds, collapsing to the canvas like a marionette with its strings cut. The referee doesn't even bother with a full count. It's over. The silence is immediately shattered by an explosion of noise. The crowd goes absolutely insane. People are on their feet, screaming, stunned by what they just saw. The guy who walked in off the street in a hoodie and jeans with no warm-up and no coach had just won the main event. No training camp, no complex strategy, just pure, undeniable heart. Later, as the adrenaline starts to fade and the aches begin to set in, a reporter finds him backstage. He's smiling, a genuine tired smile that reaches his eyes. The reporter asks him how he did it, how he pulled off the impossible. Alex just shrugs, looking back towards the now empty ring. Sometimes, he says, with a wisdom that only comes from facing the unexpected, the best chances are the ones you never planned for. His story is a powerful reminder that we don't always need the perfect plan or the ideal conditions. Sometimes, all we need is the courage to say yes when opportunity knocks, even when we feel completely unprepared. It's in those unplanned moments that we often discover what we're truly made of. Thank you so much for watching and for letting me share this incredible story with you. If it resonated with you, I'd be honored if you'd hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. See you in the next one.